Are you looking for ways to reduce the teacher stress and struggle when it comes to classroom management? Well, in today's video, I am sharing another habit that you can implement this week to shift the stress and struggle in your school day. Hey, teacher friends, Michelle here, and I'm a behavior strategist. I help schools and teachers learn how to manage their classrooms and students with less stress and less struggle. And in today's video, we are talking about a classroom management that you can use this week to reduce the stress and struggle when it comes to classroom management. Now, this habit has a lot to do with communication, which is one of the 4 blocks that I teach in my classroom management framework. Communication is such a powerful tool to use to reduce confusion and to build relationships and community in your classroom. And what is this habit? This is habit number 2, communicate student progress weekly. Now, there are a variety of ways that you can do that, but today I'm going to be talking about the power of student meetings. Student meetings are different from class meetings because class meetings include the entire group. I am talking about short, one-on-one student meetings that you can have with your students to do 3 things, which I like to call the CRP, to celebrate, review, and provide. The first thing I like to do is to celebrate the students' accomplishments and their successes. So that may look like reviewing a test score with them, showing them a chart, a progress chart, or just telling them some of the accomplishments and victories that they had during that week. This forced me to find something positive in every single student. Next, I would review their current status. So I would let them know maybe their average currently in that classroom, or review the work that they need to make up, or review the work that they have completed. It really just depends on the individual student and their goals, but I would just conduct a quick review. This habit helped me to stay up to date with my students' progress and work. And in the review, I don't just include academics, I also talk about behavior as well. And then the last part of the meeting is P, which is provide guidance and direction. And so that can look like a conversation, that can look like a quick tip or tool that I think that really would help that individual student. The whole goal is to help the student be successful in my classroom. I already know that some of you are asking, when am I supposed to do this meeting? What I would do is I would allocate about an hour to an hour and a half to meet with all of my students for about 5 minutes each to do the CRP. During that time, I would give the students a practice activity, whether they were in groups or independently, that they could work on while I called each student up to my desk for our quick student meeting. By having these meetings on a regular basis, it really changed the game in my classroom because number 1, I was able to build a positive relationship with all of my students, including the challenging ones. Number 2, my students felt really safe and stable because they never had to guess where they stood academically or behaviorally, even if they didn't like the outcome. And number 3, I was able to address their behavior on a consistent basis. By incorporating this habit of class meetings on a regular basis, it really changed the environment in my classrooms. Now, if you can't have a meeting on a weekly basis, that's fine. I was not always able to have the meetings every week, but I really tried to have them at least once a month. And that way, my students got to know me, I got to know them, and they were able to make different choices on a week-by-week basis. If this habit is something that you would like to try in your classroom, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to give you some encouragement. That's all for today's video. I will see you next time.